center ice, underneath the international big top. Those who dare soar and twist in the air. With no net to catch them, only cold, hard ice to break their fall. We welcome you to the opening act, the first pairs event of the Grand Prix of figure skating. It's time for American Scott and Dulabon to step into the spotlight. With the U.S. champs Ina and Zimmerman out, the three-time U.S. silver medalists are poised to take that next step. But continuing the storied legacy of Russian pairs, the 2002 world silver medalists Totmianina and Marinin stand in their way. It's high-flying pairs action at Smart 1 Skate America next on ABC Sports. The season begins in Spokane, Washington, the city of 200,000 people, about 4.5 hours east of Seattle, here in the inland Northwest. The top names in figure skating about to crisscross the globe over the next 6 weeks as we get underway inside Spokane Arena with the 21st edition of Smart 1 Skate America. Along with Peggy Fleming, Dick Button, and Susie Wynn, I'm Terry Gannon. Today, the pairs skate for gold here in Spokane, and there are the favorites and current leaders after the short program. Tatiana Totmianina and Maxime Marinin of Russia trying to capture their first Grand Prix win. The standings after the short program, the Russians on top, a team from China on the rise right behind Pang and Tong, and then the Canadians, the Americans, Scott and Dulabon, are currently in 6th. The first of 6 Grand Prix events over the next 6 weeks. Skaters can compete up to 3 times, only 2 count in the standings, and then at the end, the top 6 in each discipline move on to the Grand Prix final, which comes your way here on ABC Sports on March 15th. So here we go, the pairs free skate getting underway with a young team from China, Dan and Hao Zhang, currently in 4th place after the short program. Here are the 2001 Junior World Champions.
This team has some fabulous moves that they do in this program, and the first one that they have in the program is this triple twist. Watch the height that she gets and how fast she spins in the air. It is unbelievable, and they are also the first ever to do a quad twist at the Junior World Championships in 2000.
Actually went to their first Senior World Championships in Nagano and completed a quad twist in the free skate. So they've done it at the juniors and the senior level.
Well, their names are the same. They're not related, but they are well matched. Look at that. Throw triple Salchow. Good speed, good revolution. One of the things to watch about them is their strength and their speed, their athleticism.
She just singled her double axel there.
Relatively good unison. Hard to believe that they're this young and yet this experienced. Already developed a sense of style, posture, and position.
Now there's throw triple loop, back outside edge, take off. Oh, she didn't complete that rotation. She didn't get the lift she normally gets when he throws her up.
His free skate, by the way, is worth 2/3 of the overall score and lasts 4.5 minutes, which early in the season can be an eternity sometimes. Your conditioning not yet at mid-season levels.
Shaky on that entrance of that death spiral.
It's not often you see a back inside death spiral. Most of the time it's either forward, outside, or inside. That, of course, was an invention of the Protopopovs.
Footwork section here with speed, very interesting, intricate steps. A little more stretch on those positions in this camel spins and the sit spins.
She is only 17 years of age, and he is 18. The last 2 years, they won the Junior Grand Prix final. Here they are competing at the senior level. Dan and Hao Zhang from China.
This was a spectacular move, this triple twist. Watch as she goes up in the air. She's almost horizontal in the air. And actually, there was a picture in the paper here in Spokane of her in the air. It was really wonderful. And this was the throw, triple loop. Watch how almost out of control he was at throwing her up in the air and didn't get her up high enough to finish the rotation.
There's a look at the judges. Much is new this year. For the international competitions, expanded panels of up to 14. There are 10 here, but the computer randomly selects the ones that count. Here, 7 judges' marks count. They're all anonymous. Not even the judges know which marks count, and the placements are displayed anonymously in ascending order. A couple of things to note here. On this panel, Ron Fenning is the referee. He had that role in Salt Lake City and told the ISU of some of the remarks of the French judge after the event, and from Ukraine, Yuri Bolkov, who served a 1-year suspension for giving out the results of the Nagano ice dancing competition. One problem. It was before the event took place. He is still around. So now the marks for Dan and Hao Zhang. Some things haven't changed. The first set's for technical merit, but there you see the 10 judges and their marks. They range from 4.7 up to 5.5. So they'll be displayed that way all season long in international events in ascending order. Second set for presentation, 4.8 up to 5.3. You don't know which marks count, though. But you do know that the 7 judges that count their marks, every one of them put the Zhangs in first place. And so the first pairs free skate of the new season is underway here in Spokane. Don't forget, later on this afternoon, the men will be out there on the ice skating for gold, led by the Olympic champion Alexei Yagudin of Russia. Our coverage of that comes your way at 5 o'clock Eastern time here on ABC Sports. Well, whether you like it or not, whether it's right or wrong, much of the focus here in Spokane and throughout the season is on the new interim judging system put in place by the ISU, in part to deal with the problems that existed in Salt Lake City and to restore some of the sport's credibility, Mr. Button. And based on what you've seen so far, what are your thoughts on what the ISU has done?
Well, look,
The International Skating Union really is working very hard to convince everybody that they're serious about salvaging the sport's credibility. But unfortunately, this new temporary judging system isn't the real main problem. I mean, look, the ISU has failed to remove judges it's already convicted and suspended. I mean, you pointed out Yuri Balkov, the Ukrainian judge who's on the panel here. Now, he was the judge who in 1998 at the Winter Olympics in Nagano was suspended for his actions there immediately following that. That doesn't give us much confidence. Now, one other problem, this new system makes the judges anonymous. No longer will we be able to tell which judge is actually voting or which skater has any particular judge may be voting for. Now, this creates, in my very humble opinion, an even greater opportunity for conspiracy.
It is hard to imagine how making the judges less accountable tackles the problem, Peggy, but what's your take on where the sport is right now and where it may be going?
Well, Terry, I was very sad for my sport after Salt Lake at the Olympics. I also had little hope the ISU would either uncover or solve the problems that have plagued it for decades. But now, after being in Spokane for this early testing of their new interim system, one thing has become clear to me. This embarrassing mess has awakened everyone in the sport. Wherever I go, there's passionate discussion about how to correct the system. Everyone is hotly debating what will work or why it won't. Out of chaos, we just may find order. Now, at this first pairs free skate of the new season, we'll see if the story and the new system will have a fresh start.
Well, when we come back, the team that's been knocking on the door at the U.S. Nationals for the past 3 years, three-time U.S. silver medalist Tiffany Scott and Philip Dulabon take the ice as Smart 1 Skate America continues from Spokane.
Don't forget, next Sunday, don't miss the second stop in the ISU Grand Prix Series of Figure Skating. Among those who will be in Quebec City, Sasha Cohen, Jenny Kirk, and Takeshi Honda, the world bronze medalist. Skate Canada, next Sunday at 4 Eastern, 3 Pacific on ABC Sports Championship Television.
Please welcome Tiffany Scott and Philip Dulabon.
The pairs free skate underway here at the first of 6 Grand Prix events. Smart 1 Skate America. On the ice right now from the U.S., Tiffany Scott and Philip Dulabon, currently in 6th place after the short program. They're the 3-time U.S. silver medalists.
On the practices all week, they've looked very strong and really in very good condition, very prepared for this competition. They had an unfortunate fall in the short program. And they fell. She fell on this move right here, these side-by-side triple toe loops. They pulled them off here. He struggled a little bit on that landing.
Now, we've just seen a triple twist on the previous pair. Look at it here. Not nearly so high, almost forced. That needs to be suspended into the air.
Really was determined to land that. Good for her.
Well, if you were not with us last week when we reported the situation of Kyoko Ina, she has been suspended by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency for refusing a drug test. And of course, Ina and Zimmerman are the reigning U.S. champions. They are out this year, so it puts more pressure in a way on Tiffany Scott and Philip Dulabon, but they are now seeded skaters. So they can skate up to 3 times in the Grand Prix Series, scheduled to compete at Skate Canada and Trophy La Ligue in Paris as well.
unfortunate kind of thing. This pair has got to learn to be able to reach these moves under the pressure of competition. I think it's what's hurt them at the Olympic Games, making major errors on major elements. And that's going to endanger their careers if they can't achieve that kind of technical merit.
They struggled on that lift there. Does not look smooth enough. Does not look effortless enough. And their final move here, this back death spiral. Not one of their best performances. They're a little shaky. And that fall is going to cost them an awful lot.
It also had a slowness about it, a heaviness about it that I think they have to work against into lightness and effervescence.
Yeah, they certainly expected more. This is the team that finished 7th at the World Championships last year, 5th in this event last season. Tiffany Scott and Philip Dulabon.
Now, on this throw triple toe loop, watch what happens right here. She goes up into the air, good straight edges, but just simply does not seem to be able to support the landing leg, and it's down.
There they are with Carl Kurtz, their coach since the beginning. The first set of marks now, Dick, for technical merit.
What can I tell you? There they are, and they're sort of consistently close to, not far apart from each other, and it was not the strongest technical program. They made major mistakes, which caused a problem.
They certainly don't like to see numbers in the 4s. Presentation marks, there they are, and the judges' placements, the 7 judges whose marks count, mostly second place numbers there from the judges for Scott and Dulabon. Up next from China, Qing Peng and Zhang Tong. Last year they won the 4 Continents title and also came in 5th in the world. That's after Susie Wynn takes a look at a nice move of figure skating.
The throw jump is one of those elements that you'll only see in pair skating, but you've got to start somewhere. So Stephen and Emily are going to demonstrate a single throw jump for me. Would you? Now let's watch this throw develop into a throw double loop. Now in the throw triple sow, there's an added rotation, but there's a lot more power involved, and it covers a lot more distance. As you can see, there's a big difference between the beginning throws to the advanced throws, and that has everything to do with the confidence and maturity of each team as they develop over time.
Back at Smart One Skate America, the first event in the Grand Prix Series. First of 6 events held all around the world. Right now here in the Paris Free Skate, Zhang and Zhang of China have the lead. But here are Qing Peng and Zhang Tong in second place after the short program.
They're skating to last year's program. They've selected Rachmaninoff.
We hear this piece often. Sarah Hughes, Salaine Peltier.
They're very familiar with this program. They felt they wanted to keep it so they could develop and improve upon it. Now opening up with these side-by-side triple toes. Very solid, really strong opening.
Look at how fast the turns are, how tight they are, in her particularly.
And this split triple twist is absolutely fabulous. It's so tight and so controlled.
That's what they call getting great air between the skaters in the air.
Absolutely. Watch this throw. Triple Salchow. Watch as his leg just extends out and really gives every effort to get her up in the air.
They're coached by Bin Yao, who also coaches the 2002 world champions from China, Shen and Zhao.
Well, much like Scott and Dulabon of the U.S., this is the team that's been really knocking on the door at the Chinese national championships for the past 4 years. A four-time Chinese silver medalist. Remember, the champs have been for much of that time, as Dick just said, Shen and Zhao, the reigning world champions.
Nice sensitivity in this section.
And I think he has a wonderful posture and extension on the ice. Actually, he's more expressive out there on the ice than she is.
Just unable to hold on to that edge, and it really was a shame because the program has been beautiful to this point.
Very nice, very soft, very light. Speed on this straight line footwork. Nice unison.
Now that arch could be better. The flat leg at the top really didn't stretch out as far as it should have. Final pair spin. Combination. Again, the archway not quite as spiffy as it should be. But really a very nice performance. You know, they have wonderful energy, good speed. They're a little rough at times, but they have, you know, marvelous talent, even if it is sometimes rough around the edges.
Well, I feel a real emotion when they skate. They have a connection with the audience.
They came on strong at the end of last season. They won the Four Continents Championship, their first international title, and a top 5 finish at the World Championships. Qing Pang and Zhang Tong.
This was one of the best parts of their program, this split triple twist. Watch the height that he throws her up in the air, and just so tight in the air. Look at her legs crossed, very neat, very tidy, and very much in control. Watch this landing, and it just has a nice, smooth running edge out of that move. And here was the fall that she had on these side-by-side double axels. He did his just fine, and she just could not hold on to it, but she was very close.
Does close count in this sport?
Those are really good marks, you know, and they're very high for technical merit. The quality of the technical merit, of the technique was really first grade.
And that was the only major problem they had in the program.
Peggy, for presentation, there are the marks.
Well, I think they have a
rough.
wonderful flow to the edge. I think they have a lot of potential.
And now the 7 judges' placements, all first places from the judges, and currently in first, Pang and Tong of China.
And first place in the overall result.
When we come back, Annabelle Langlois and Patrice Arquette from Canada. They finished 10th at the World Championships last season. They'll skate after this message and a word from our ABC stations. You're watching ABC Sports Championship Television.
This Wide World of Sports update brought to you by Speed Pass, today's way to pay at Exxon and Mobil retailers.
Our ExxonMobil Speed Pass update, a reminder that the men skate for gold at 5 Eastern. And next, if you're on the West Coast, Alexei Yagudin leads after the short program. Right behind him, though, the 18-year-old from France, Brian Joubert, and in third, Alexander Abt of Russia. 5 o'clock Eastern next out west.
They represent Canada. A warm welcome, please, for Annabelle Langlois and Patrice Arquette.
Meanwhile, here in the pairs free skate, it's Pang and Tong of China who have the lead. In fact, the top 2 teams in this free skate are from China, but 2 teams are left. Taking the ice right now from Canada, Annabelle Langlois and Patrice Arquette in third place after the short program, the 2-time Canadian bronze medalists.
They're skating to Tosca, music by, we've seen by Irina Slutskaya and Alexei Yagudin.
This couple really has a flair to their skating. They really appeal to the crowd. Their opening move, this throw, triple Salchow.
Her legs were just fabulous in the air. Tight, straight, beautiful line. And again, really a nice double side-by-side double axles.
Very solid, strong opening.
Now compare this triple twist with the one we just saw. Not as good. Easy, light.
Well, they look like they're taking their time on each of these elements in this program, keeping the calm, which you need to do for concentration and focus on your technique.
Annabelle and Patrice are both from Quebec, but they recently relocated to Edmonton to work with Jan Ullmark, coach of Salé and Pelletier. Of course, Salé, Pelletier, Berezhnaya, Secret leads are the 2 gold medalist teams from Salt Lake City, not competing this season.
And I think that's a real help to a team like this to be training alongside of that kind of quality of skating. Side by side, triple Salchows, and she opened out of hers.
This goes well. Watch her back on the landing. Beautiful position, straight. Nice, clean, arcing edge. Beautiful turned over star lift. It worked very well. And watch the descent that she has into this sliding descent into this death spiral. Very nice. A traveling one into a final circular death spiral. Oh, really, really marvelous. You know, I'm very impressed by them. I think she's got wonderful positions, great pointed feet and legs, and she really makes you look at her. I'm impressed by this pair.
I can tell. Annabelle Langlois and Patrice Arquette from Canada. It was the surprise bronze medalist last year at Skate Canada. They can medal here, no doubt. We'll have their marks in a moment. Then Topmianina and Marinin of Russia will take the ice. They're the favorites, and they have the lead after the short program. They're the final team to skate here at Smart One Skate America in Spokane when we return.
Brilliant performance. There it is. Oh, look at the flowers coming on the ice. Just marvelous. The entire arena, everyone out of their seats here. Standing ovation.
Such confidence.
What a performance.
Wow, she did 7 triple jumps in this program.
The heart of a champion.
Beautiful moment for her. Just beautiful.
From the smallest beginnings to the biggest events, the United States Figure Skating Association is there for you. We teach America to skate. United States Figure Skating, building America's champions.
Don't forget, next Sunday, don't miss the second stop in the ISU Grand Prix Series of Figure Skating. Among those who will be in Quebec City, Sasha Cohen, Jenny Kirk, and Takeshi Honda, the world bronze medalist. Skate Canada, next Sunday at 4 Eastern, 3 Pacific on ABC Sports Championship Television.
Kiss and cry area. The Canadians, Langlois and Arquette now await their marks after they got a rousing response from the crowd here in Spokane. Technical merit marks, Dick.
Wow. I mean, those are really very nice marks.
Ascending order, of course. You don't know which ones count, which ones don't. For presentation now, 5.5 to 5.8, Peggy.
Well, the crowd really loved them, and, you know, they have a connection when they're out there on the ice, and the program was well choreographed.
At the moment,
it was wonderful.
And the randomly selected placements, the 7 ones that count, and the majority first places. Langlois and Arquette into first place overall, ahead of Peng and Tong of China.
Well, that's a surprise, isn't it? And really quite wonderfully deserved.
Marinin.
So the Canadians lead, followed by 2 teams from China, but on the ice right now, the reigning world silver medalist. Another pair in the long line of great Russian pairs from Russia trying to carry on that legacy at least. Tatiana Topmianina and Maxime Marinin. It's their gold medal to win or lose.
They're skating to the music, the Cotton Club. Choreography has a lot of playfulness and a lot of humor to it. Side-by-side triple salchows. Very nice, very smooth, very cool.
At 6'2", he's very tall for a skater. He is 5'5", and that allows him to get her usually up into the air very high. That was not as good as we've seen elsewhere in this competition.
Now watch this throw, triple loop coming up. He lifts her off, very controlled. He had 2 feet on the ground, really solid, sending her up into the air.
Actually, that mistake should not cost them too dearly. Remember that the pair that is now in first place, Arquetto and Langlois, also had a basic error in the program.
Tatiana, by the way, is from Perm, Russia. Maxime is from Volgograd, but they now live in Chicago. Weather's about the same, I think. They're coached by Oleg Vasilyev, the '84 Olympic pairs champion.
A lot of control in that lift and a lot of strength.
That move almost reminiscent of Torvald and Dean to a certain extent. There's a lot of danceability in this pair. You can see the influence. Badly unpointed foot. Ooh.
Stumbled on that step.
Remember, it's pretty much a clean slate going to the free skate for the top three from the short program. And the Russians had the lead, but the Canadians were in third. So you just compare the two programs, even up. See who wins the gold.
Unfortunately, they're losing a little speed, a little excitement as they get here to the end of this program. It's not sustaining as well as it should.
And I don't think the music is really helping them very much either.
What do you think, Peggy?
Well, I thought I love their skating. I don't know if this program really brought all the qualities out of their skating to what they're capable of doing.
Was it enough to capture the gold medal here? They had the lead after the short program. We'll come back to check their marks and see. Backstage, the leaders right now from Canada, Langlois and Arquetto nervously awaiting the marks. Blue skies and pretty warm temperatures this week in the Northwest. Good look at Gonzaga University. They always make a run in the NCAA basketball tournament every year. Don't forget the men skate for gold. Alexei Yagudin has the lead after the short program. Our coverage comes your way at 5 o'clock Eastern time, and it's up next on the West Coast. Now, did the Russians do enough in the free skate? Totmianina and Marinin had the lead after the short program, but right now the Canadians have it.
And here is Pang and Tong on the left and Totmianina and Marinin on the right. And they're doing these split triple twists. Watch how different they are. Pang and Tong's is so much higher, much more in control, really tight turns in the air. They made it look effortless. And this was the mistake in their program. I think that, cost them a little bit, but not too much. These side-by-side triple toe loops, they're very straight in the air. It looked like it was going to be clean, but he was leaning back on his edge and couldn't hold it.
Range of marks for
the European champions, Totmianina and Marinin, just missed the Grand Prix final last year. They've never won a Grand Prix event. First set of marks.
They're very high marks. I think those are probably the highest that we've seen so far. I could be wrong because remember, it's just
the range of marks for presentation.
A point away.
Presentation marks, Peggy, 5.7s, 5.8s, it's enough.
Yes, I think that that's where they have it over everybody else. They're more polished. They move so beautifully over the ice.
Only one of the 7 judges who count put them in second place. So Totmianina and Marinin of Russia capture their first Grand Prix gold medal. The Canadians, Langlois and Arquetto, a great run by them, a great performance. They end up with the silver medal. Unfortunately for the Russians, this is a non-scoring event. Remember, only 2 of the events in the Grand Prix count. They're going to Skate Canada and Trophy La Ligue. The Canadians pick up 9 points for second. Pang and Tong from China, 7 for the bronze medal. Scott and Dulabon finished 6th from the U.S. Also, the Americans Orsher and Lukash end up in 7th, and Roth and McPherson 9th. Dick, let's take a look at our Smart One Smart Move replay.
And the reason why is because of the crispness of this lift. Now watch him lift her into the air, into this loop, the tightness of the leg, the smoothness of the landing, the arch of the back. Very good.
So the first pairs event of the Grand Prix is now in the books. Don't forget to join us for the men's free skate. It comes your way at 5 o'clock Eastern, or if you're on the West Coast, it comes up next. For our producer, Kurt Gowdy Jr., our director, Doug Wilson, for Peggy Fleming, Dick Button, and Susie Wynn, I'm Terry Gannon. ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com, keyword ABC Sports. Goodbye, everybody.